Warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of NPCI, Maheshwar East, and the objective of this event is to basically talk a little bit about NPCI, about our products that we offer, of which UPI is the key product, and then what are the kind of frauds which we are seeing in UPI. So frauds obviously is basically a misnomer. What I would say is that there are scams happening today in which customers are duped and these customers transact using UPI. So eventually it gets termed as UPI frauds. But whereas if you see actually these are, if not for UPI, if there was something else, they would have completed the fraudulent transaction using that. The steps taken by NPCI in terms of fraud prevention, in terms of customer awareness, and in terms of ensuring safety of the public money. I think those are the things which we wanted to cover. Also, close to the heels of what RBI has been doing, we have launched certain customer awareness campaigns, specifically highlighting about certain fraudulent MOs or the scams using which many of the scamsters defraud. Some of those things also we'll cover, and we'll also showcase some of those ads and ad campaigns. And
the technical terms that normally people come across, you want to simplify some of those so that you can basically take all of these learnings to the regional masses that are there in this geography, right? So to begin with, basically settle and clear funds for the banking ecosystem today that we have for all the digital payment and the products that we have. This is a product which we got launched. Then in 2018,
settlement agency, it's not a so rightly so, you don't have access to that information as a clearing and settlement agency. As a clearing and settlement agency, what we do is ensure that when you transfer money to somebody else, the money is immediately received by the person. But as a part of the settlement process, we ensure that the money from your bank moves to that person's bank.
to use. क्या नॉर्मल से नॉर्मल आदमी यूज कर सकता है? यस और नो. अगर ये यूज नहीं कर पाएगा तो प्रोडक्ट इतना स्केल करेगा ही नहीं, राइट? सो दैट इज फर्स्ट थिंग कि यूपीआई हैज बिकम सो इजी टू यूज दैट आज जो ठेले वाला भी है, नीचे जो दुकान चलाता है या कोई पानीपुरी का स्टॉल चलाता है, वो भी यूज कर सकता है. और कि अगर कोई प्रोडक्ट सेफ नहीं रहेगा, सिक्योर नहीं रहेगा, तो भी वो प्रोडक्ट नहीं चलेगा इतनी स्केल पे. सो आवर फोकस हैज ऑलवेज बीन कि इट हैज टू बी इजी टू यूज एंड सेकंड इज इट हैज टू बी सेफ एंड सिक्योर. तो हम ट्राई करेंगे आगे के स्लाइड्स में कि क्या सेफ्टी एंड सिक्योरिटी सेट करते हो, और यूपीआई पे आप वही अकाउंट लिंक कर सकते हो जो आप, मैं थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई कर दूंगा जो हमारे एंगल से आपको जानना जरूरी है, राइट? तो तीन बेसिक मुख्य तरीके हैं जो जिसके थ्रू फ्रॉड हो गया, कस्टमर फंस गया, राइट? हम दीजिए तो आपके अकाउंट में 300 रुपए आ जाएंगे, 500 रुपए आ जाएंगे, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. बट अभी वो चीजें काफी मैच्योर हो चुकी है और अभी फ्रॉडस्टर
Tips which is being shared is done through either Telegram channel or WhatsApp channel. So you get alerts in some Facebook. They say that you pay something very minimal amount, 500 rupees, you start getting multi-bagger gifts. Those kind of messages you get. And these are all not authorized by SEBI. These are unauthorized players, supposed to be so-called individual experts.
एक बहुत एपिडेमिक की तरह फैल रहा है जो मॉडस ऑपरेंडी चल रहा है डिजिटल अरेस्ट का, और काफी लोगों ने ऑलरेडी सुना ही होगा डिजिटल अरेस्ट में टिपिकली क्या होता है. जस्ट कवर इट इन फ्यू मिनट्स. 40 करोड़ यूजर है, मतलब द लाइक्लीहुड ऑफ ए डॉक्टर और ए लॉयर और इंजीनियर यूजिंग यूपीआई एज कंपेयर्ड टू ए डेबिट कार्ड और क्रेडिट कार्ड, यूपीआई यूज करने का उसके चांसेस ज्यादा है, उनको पता है. देयरफॉर दे ऑब्वियसली वांट यूपीआई जहां पे आप पेमेंट करें, क्योंकि इंस्टेंट पेमेंट भी हो जाता है, राइट? लाइक नंबर, you actually have to go to the bank's website and identify the customer caption का मोबाइल नंबर दे देंगे and all of those kind of things. अब ये सारी चीजें सोशल मीडिया की सबको अवेलेबल है, सबको विजिबल है. किसी ना किसी ऐप पे कोई मैसेज आ जाएगा कि सर फेस्टिव ऑफर है, प्लीज स्कैन दिस क्यूआर एंड यू विल रिसीव सम 5000 रुपीस 10000 रुपीस. एक कंपनी का सीईओ है कोई, उसका फोटो लगा करके एनीबॉडी, एनी रैंडम पर्सन विल सेंड मी अ व्हाट्सएप मैसेज, राइट, फ्रॉम एनी नंबर व्हिच आई डोंट नो, व्हिच इज नॉट इन द रिकॉर्ड्स आल्सो. और मुझको कहा जाएगा कि आई एम इन द सीईओ हु इज अ पर्सन हु इज impersonating as a CEO या MD. he will basically tell कि I am in urgent need of some prepaid card or you need to transfer his whom I have never interacted with in the past, they are not even in my contact list, but किसी तरह से मुझे इन्फ्लुएंस किया गया है कि सर आपको पैसे मिल जाएंगे, आप उनके. सबसे पहले तो आपको अपना मोबाइल नंबर ना हमेशा बैंक रिकॉर्ड में अपडेटेड रखना है। काफी बार कस्टमर नया नंबर ले लेते हैं।
But at least it happens. At least the money is saved. If the money is not saved, then there's no possibility of any refund. That's the important thing. And then immediately that gets triggered. So the objective is to ensure that the funds gets blocked at the earliest. To answer the other gentleman's query, the reversal is subject to investigation and there is a process involved. Otherwise, what happens is, let's say I transfer money to him, okay, and let's say I'm buying something from him. I've got those things from him, but now immediately I raise one complaint saying that this transaction is fraudulent and I have not whatever done it and so on and so forth. So immediately, if the transaction gets reversed, he's the aggrieved party. If it is a fake dispute or a fake complaint, there's an API interface to the law enforcement, MHA, which is what he just now said. So using that, the police will be able to find out where the money has gone from that account. So they will be able to see that the 20,000 has gone into two different accounts. Okay, so it's gone to account A and account B, both are two different banks, and then they will be able to initiate a request to those banks asking them to DN-mark or place a hold on those accounts. So once that is done, the money is secured. Then there is a question of process which has to be followed in terms of the complaint being registered, the investigation getting completed, and then indemnity etc. process which is being asked by the bank to be fulfilled for the recovery to happen. So the recovery I will not be able to comment at this point of time because we don't have any visibility also. But at the same time, there is a good chance. The quicker you go to the police with the dispute, now it's all just the phone call away, or even to your bank, there is a stronger chance or a higher chance of recovering the money.
We create awareness around do not download any files, unknown links, remote access on social media, right? Where everybody else sees that.
The contact numbers from Google. It's better to take the contact numbers of the banks or the applications provider.
Yeah, ambassador for creating these awareness campaigns. Our focus has been to ensure that it is not only English specific or Hindi specific. In fact, you extended to 11 odd languages, right? And also the channels that we use are multiple. It is not only.
वो चिनाबादा बिकुची वो बुद्धि नुह ए मेसेज देखंतु कहूची लॉटरी लागिची लिंक क्लिक करके यूपीआई पिन भरो तो पैसा मिलिबो अरे मु जानिनी कि एपटे यूपीआई पिन भरिनी सेपटे पैसा हड़ा चिनाबादाम वाला को मूर्ख नुहे मन रखंतु यूपीआई कहूची ये लोगो देखिबो तो कहंतु मु मूर्ख नुहे
So possibly open to and what is it that they need to website banana, right? That is point number one. Point number two is if somebody is actually making payment, for instance, जो आपने example दिया, payer has to also check कि आप जो beneficiary को payment कर रहे हो, what is his core banking name which I just showed him on the screen.
Yeah, I heard that part, but like the example I gave, they had given the same name. Like you can see, when it comes to the Bhakta Niwas or some hotel which is in Puri, or for the reference sake, they post a photograph and the location which is nearly by the hotel. It might not be hotel, but it's a place. And the people are scammed, not one or two. I'm talking about more than 100 of people got scammed in this recent Rath Yatra.
Couple of points on that. It's available today online, where you can go and create whatever website you want to create. Most of them do it free of cost for you, and some of them there are also paid services. I can go to, for example, GoDaddy.com, pay some money, and then create a website the way I want to create. So website is one aspect. Account opening is another aspect. So what we are saying in UPI is that when you do a transaction, so we show to which account the money is going into. That is being displayed. So that account, it is very difficult to open a same account in the name of Bhakta Niwas because that is done by the bank. The bank does a lot of KYC verifications before opening the account. So that's where there is a disconnect. So website can still be done by anyone. Sitting anywhere in the world, people can create a lot of websites. We saw such kind of websites and attacks, etc., created during Operation Sindoor and other such type of situations also. But the money, when it goes into the account, it goes into a bank account. And that's where we are showing the actual bank account name. And that's where you have to be careful. That's what was in two-factor authenticated transactions. Only thing is, if someone is not careful, let's say for example, somebody comes and tells you that I am running this, whatever example you said, Bhaktan you asked, you pay me cash, you pay cash, and later on you can't blame RBI for printing currency because you got cheated. You know, it is something like that. I hope I'm able to explain to you.
Yeah, but
Not Bhaktaniwas. So by the account name, you should.
that part I understood.
But from an APK obviously has its own risk, which people will have to be aware, and that is precisely why our awareness campaign also says कि बस customer himself has to take care of his money, and we have named it and coined it मैं मूर्ख नहीं हूँ, because frauds will keep on evolving, techniques will keep on evolving over a period of time. Ultimately, it is you who have to safeguard yourself. About the point because he raised that. क्या है? UPI में एक फैसिलिटी है जो लोगों ने क्रिएट किया है ऑटो पे का, राइट? जेन्युइन यूज केसेस होते हैं कि आप किसी मर्चेंट पे आपको रिकरिंग पेमेंट्स करने हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल वो आपका इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल हो गया, नेटफ्लिक्स हो गया, राइट? देयर आर सर्टेन रिकरिंग पेमेंट्स फॉर व्हिच ऑटो पे इज अ फंक्शनैलिटी व्हिच इज बीइंग एक्सटेंडेड टू मल्टीपल मर्चेंट्स. अगर कोई गेमिंग करता ही रहता है, इफ इट्स हिज हॉबी और व्हाटएवर इट इज, देन यू हैव अ फैसिलिटी ऑफ ऑटो पे. बट ऐसा नहीं है कि somebody can just create an auto pay without knowing. It is the payer who will authorize to create an auto pay basis with the transactions will keep on
The
happening.
case was like the brother, they were two brothers.
We reach out to the bank where this account is there. If you have an account with a particular bank and if you have a dispute, you have to just reach to that account, to the bank where your account is there.
That is what they're not giving a proper information. Yeah, this account, this person is holding from Karnataka. This is not my account.
Then they will take a call possibility to hold those funds for a certain period till the time they investigate and interrogate the customer.
अगर सस्पिशियस नहीं, अगर मैं मिस्टेकली वो ट्रांजैक्शन किया है, अगर उसका फ्रीज किया गया, मतलब वो भी तो ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं करते हैं
सर. एग्जैक्टली, तो यही फ्लिप साइड है जो हम एक्सप्लेन कर, सामने वाला फ्रॉडस्टर है या नहीं भी हो सकता. अगर नहीं है तो वो अग्री कर देगा जब बैंक इंटरेक्शन देगा कि ठीक है सर आप मेरे अकाउंट से डेबिट कर दो. बट अगर मेरे अकाउंट में पैसे आ गए गलती से लेकिन मुझे अभी वापस नहीं करने, तो देयर इज नो वे दैट यू कैन एक्चुअली इन्फ्लुएंस. नहीं, तो एक क्लैरिटी की एनपीसीआई ये सब नहीं होता है, विद ओनली फैसिलिटेड ट्रांजैक्शंस. लेकिन बैंकिंग इकोसिस्टम क्या करता है ये हम बता रहे हैं.
सर एनपीसीआई के पास खबर मिलती है कि अगर किसी के अकाउंट में क्रेडिट ज्यादा पैसा हो रहा है, एनपीसीआई की किसी की व्यवस्था है कि एनपीसीआई को पता चलता है?
देखिए सर, जब ट्रांजैक्शंस होता है ना, तो फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे अकाउंट में बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पे बैठे हुए हैं, अगर यूपीआई से या आईएमपीएस से पैसे भेज रहे तो मेरे सिस्टम में पता चलता है, व्हिच इज वेयर आई आल्सो यूज माय
सर ओडिशा में एक बंदे के अकाउंट में 20 लाख करोड़ शायद
4 lakh crores. And you are saying 20 lakh crores.
जी सर.
Okay, 20 lakh crores is 20 trillion. That kind of money it is not possible for any banking system to handle. I don't know, it could be some kind of a clerical error somewhere or software error कुछ होगा. I don't know the case specific. They add few zeros additionally. Okay. UPI ID is an alias, so any number of UPI ID can be created. वो ना important नहीं. What is important is to be careful when doing the transaction. And just with the UPI ID, you will not be able to do anything. It is the account which is linked to the UPI ID which is important, and the UPI ID. So only with that you will be able to do the transaction.
Sir, can you tell what is the number of prepaid transaction in Odisha for your prepaid transaction in Odisha?
सर हमको जियो लोकेशन का टैग नहीं आता है सर, RBI ने प्राइवेसी के वजह से.
ट्रांजैक्शन होता है पर ईयर
ऑलमोस्ट क्लोज टू 20 billion transactions. अभी तो लास्ट मंथ we did almost like 19 billion transactions in a month, and the value is about some 24 lakh crores. So that's about 24 billion.